What's going on? My name is Steph and welcome back to my channel, Mountain High Life. For this video, I'm going to be taking you along for a week of running with me, 7 weeks following my very first 100-mile ultra marathon, the High Lonesome 100. While I'm also not really training for anything specific, I do have a race coming up, a 50K here in just a few weeks, so I'm not really training for it. We'll kind of talk about that race here in just a little bit, but if you're into ultra marathon training, trail running, or mountain vlogs, consider subscribing. That's what I post here on my channel. I also have my Strava and Instagram linked down below if you care to follow me over there. So keeping it brief, I've been dealing with a lot of fluctuating energy levels ever since I ran my 100-mile race. And in addition to that, there's been just some major shifts in our personal lives that have kind of required running and in particular training take a back burner. Running has just really had to fit with what life brings to the table day to day at this point in time. And if I'm being perfectly honest, I have not been able to prioritize training in any sense over the last few weeks, despite this 50K coming up. So at this point in time, I'm getting whatever run I can in, where I can, when I can, and really I'm just trying to enjoy my life and things other than running along the way. So I present to you a week of running while not really training for anything, but also trying to squeeze in runs where I can and sneak off to the mountains when life allows me to do so. So I hope you enjoy. So it is Monday, 6:15, and we're getting out for a run. So part of this video is me just being fully transparent, catching you up on kind of what's been going on. One of my hopes for the month of September and just kind of getting it reestablished this month is to start doing a mid-distance or longer run, 10 to 12 miles on Mondays. Ideally it would be on trail, but it's already 6:15 and I will be running into the dark if I go on trail right now, and also running on trail just inherently takes longer and I just want to be home for the dog. I have some other things to do before the end of the day, so we're just getting the run done, establishing the habit, and being happy with what we can get. The other thing I wanted to mention is for the Coros Apex 2, we're going to do a little challenge this week. So I am doing today's run starting out with 71% on my watch, and I want to see how long we can make it this week before we charge the watch. So I will check in with you and just kind of give you an update after each run, how much each run drained the battery, like what percentage, and see how long we can make it this week on last week's charge. So all that to be said, it's now 6:20, 10 miles on the road. Let's see what we can do. Awesome. Although it wasn't on trail, I feel like I put out some really good work, a good strong effort to start the week off on a really positive note. It ended up kind of turning into a tempo run. We have had really hot weather here for pretty much the whole month of August, and today was no different. It was mid to upper 80s, and even starting the run at 6:20, it was still mid to upper 80s, and right at that 5-mile mark, I was in a shaded area of trail, but the sun had pretty much like gone behind the foothills at that point, and it just cooled off really nice. It felt so good, and it gave me this boost of energy to just finish out the last 5 miles with like a good solid tempo effort, all negative splits, which is awesome. So although I didn't get out on trail, I still had a really solid run, and I got my lift in today, so I am super stoked with that. I did want to mention, so we started the run at 71% on the watch, and we are now at 67%. An hour and just shy of an hour and a half of running, and we lost 4%. So not too shabby. Solid start to the week. Excited to see what the rest of the week has in store and to take you along with me. And we'll continue catching up as the week goes on. Wednesday, September 3rd, 7:13. The sun sets in 15 minutes and I'm gonna go for a little run. Yeah, this has just kind of been my life lately. At least I got a little dog jog in this morning, so I don't know. I'm gonna see what I can do with what daylight I have. So I'm starting out the run with 56% on the watch. Let's go get a little jog in. Okay, we got our second run of Wednesday done. So this morning, Lottie and I, maybe once or twice a week, we go out and we just do a quick little, what I've called dog jog together, which is like 2 to 2.5 miles of just really chill miles. She picks the pace, we stop, we sniff. If she needs to go potty, we go potty. And I try to run her on like dirt, gravel, grass as much as possible, avoiding like paved roads. But we're just kind of practicing that, getting used to running together, and it's a fun way for us to bond and get a little bit of miles, just being mindful of not having her run too much at 11 months old. She'll be 11 months tomorrow, September 4th. So tonight I was able to get 5 miles in, so that put me at about 7.5 miles for the day, which honestly is not bad, pretty good. But life has just been really crazy, and today's a good example of that. I finished up my run in the dark, and Chandler and I, we're gonna sit down, catch each other up on our days and what's going on, because like I said, life has been crazy, sparing some personal details in there. But yeah, rest day yesterday, 7.5 miles today. We're at 17.5 miles this week, so going strong. Okay. So on Thursday, I did not run. The reason being is I got out of work really late. Kind of like I mentioned at the start of the video, our schedules have just been really unpredictable, and it's made getting out for a run a little bit more tricky than in past times, past months. I thought this would be a really good opportunity, especially kind of right in the middle of the video, to kind of give you a little rundown, fill you in on just some of the things that have been going on post 100 miler. So I have some notes right here, so if I keep glancing over, that's why, but I'm gonna try to keep this brief, hence why I have notes. So post 100. So I have not in a hot second kind of given you the rundown on how I've been feeling, how I've been doing. So I wanted to take a moment to do that. And first things first, after High Lonesome, my body has actually felt really good. I feel like I've had a really great recovery physically. I don't really have any lingering aches, pains, or injuries. And let me just say, I am so grateful for that. However, I have been dealing with lingering fatigue and just really low energy levels, and it's made running really difficult. And so I'm gonna jump back to that, but I just have to say, on top of that, like I said earlier, just sparing some details, there's been some pretty significant changes in our personal life within my family, and it's just kind of required that I cannot really prioritize training at this point in time. And I've gotten to a point where some of these things have honestly made me realize, like, I love running so much, but life and the people in our life really matters quite a bit. So that to be said, I am perfectly okay with training not being a top priority at this moment, time frame, season of my life. Despite not being at a point where training is a priority, not having the energy to even do maintenance weeknight miles, especially the energy to wake up on the weekends and do my long run, get to the mountains and have some time in the mountains, it's been a little tough. I mean, there's a reason why I named my channel Mountain High Life, because I love the mountains. If I could spend every day in the mountains, I think I would. I think there's endless adventures to partake in the mountains, and that's my preferred way to spend my life, to spend my days, and that's why I started the channel, is to share that with you, with the internet, whoever cares to see it. It's hard because I understand there's this rational side of me that really wants and has honored my fatigue and like lingering energy levels being super low, understanding I need to rest and not wake up early and drive to the mountains and just like take it a little bit easier. But another part of me is like, alpine season is just, it's so short. I just want to go to the mountains and play. And it's been like this internal conflict, which it's a very privileged internal conflict, let me acknowledge that, but it's been a little tough at times. And in addition to that, it's been kind of tough to create some of the content I've wanted to, and it's just, it's been difficult, and this is not me whining, this is just full transparency on kind of some of the things that have been going on. But yeah, if you're interested, I think that's where I'm going to kind of leave that. But if you're interested in me talking a little bit more about some of the other obstacles I've kind of run into post 100-mile race, just like mentally, some of my thoughts, I'd be happy to share it in another video, because I've had a lot of time to process kind of my thoughts on training for a 100-miler, recovering from a 100-miler, all that jazz. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below. But point to that is, ultimately, like in the month of August, in hindsight, I know I really did need to rest and take it easy. And in a way, I feel kind of grateful that our schedules just got insane, because it forced and required me to take it a little bit easier than I perhaps would have. It's also helped me understand just how much I love and appreciate trail running, and anytime I am able to spend running in the mountains, because it is a privilege, it is a gift. And even on the days it's been super, I don't know, it's just helped me to really put life into perspective with some of, yeah, just how much I love trail running and how much I value my big mountain days. So even those weekday trail runs, it's really helped me understand that. So yes, I do have a 50K coming up at the end of September. It has 7,000 feet of vertical gain and a high point of over 13,000 feet. So it's going to be a big alpine 50K. And for now, I'm just seeing it as a big adventure and just a fun time in the mountains. I'm not really going for any PRs or doing anything crazy. Okay, sorry, we had to switch filming locations. So wrapping up the month of August, I've just really come to appreciate the time that I was able to spend and dedicate to training for the High Lonesome 100, and also just really come to appreciate like the ability to trail run and spend time in the mountains. And for all the big mountain days that I have had, it's just really opened my eyes to how much it all means to me, and that sometimes, you know, running isn't about always hitting a new PR or a new high mileage week or your biggest vertical gain week or fastest mile. Sometimes it's really just about getting out there and appreciating your time out there, and recovering from this race has definitely opened my eyes and made me appreciate that so much more. So post High Lonesome, things have been good. They haven't been great, but they've been good, and because of that, I've learned a great deal about life and my relationship with running, and I have just been so humbled and just really come to appreciate running and its place in my life. And I really hope this serves as a friendly reminder to you that you got to do what's best for you, your life, and your body. And you know, the second you start getting wrapped up in drawing comparisons to other people or even a previous version of yourself, you just gotta let it go. It's a privilege to run, so don't forget it. You're awesome, you're amazing, do what's best for you. I believe in you. Okay, let's keep the week rolling. Friday morning, 6:30. We're gonna go out and get a dog jog done. Hopefully get maybe 2.5 miles in. Overslept again. That's okay. We're gonna go out and bond with the pup. So let's do this. Jaeger. Friday morning dog jog done, 2.5 miles. She did so good. It was awesome. I do have to give a huge shout out to John G. One of my essential pieces for any sort of like dog walk, dog jog is the multi-pass sling bag mini. I got this thing when we first got Lottie, and I have used it so much, and despite it being dirty, it's still in great condition, no rips, no issues. And it's nice because I can keep her little poop bags on there. This pocket right here, I put her little dog treats in, and then the main pocket I put like extra poop bags. Today I took her ball out, but I'll put her ball in here. When I'm running, I put my phone in there, which is really nice. But I mean, this is like a great little bag for just running in general. If you want just like something small, a place to put your phone, a snack, keys, headphones, just like little essentials, or even just to wear around town. I think this bag is great. And you can also like stuff a little jacket in here, a water bottle, whatever. And there's even a little pocket here that you can put hand sanitizer. Well, I put hand sanitizer, extra treats, more poop bags, you know. So I absolutely love this thing. Like I said, it's been essential. I love this bag so much. Like I said, I wear it every dog walk, every dog run. John G multi-pass mini sling bag. Use my code Mountain High Life for 10% off your order. Thank you so much to John G for partnering with me, believing in the channel, and making awesome running and dog mom apparel. And now I gotta get ready and go to work. Friday night, 6:50. Just one run stands between me and tomorrow's long run. So I'm hoping to do anywhere from 6.5 to 7 miles. We'll see. The sun sets here around 7:30. I'm hoping to be done around 7:40 so I can shower, get some gas in my car, get some things finalized for tomorrow morning, get my bag packed, and get to bed so we can be ready for an early morning tomorrow. So all that to be said, I'm starting tonight's run at 45% on the watch, and we're gonna get going. So let's just do this. Friday night run is done. I ended up doing 6.5 miles, and that was the first night all week, other than I guess Monday night's run, but it was maybe 70 degrees when I started, sub 70 degrees, I don't know, but it felt so nice. And going out, I felt just so comfortable. Like I never felt like I was pushing or anything was too strenuous, and I like easily ran 8:40 pace, actually sub 8:40 pace, which is amazing. Are you getting so big? You're getting so big. So that puts me at 9 miles for the day, 26.5 miles for the week. Super solid, super stoked about that. So plan of action is to finish packing for tomorrow's run, take a shower, get some gas, and get to bed so we can have a nice bright and early start tomorrow. So I will see you again bright and early tomorrow morning. Good morning. It is Saturday. It's just about 7 a.m. and we're here to get our long run done. I'm pretty excited. Should be a good big day. It's pretty chilly right now, about 36 degrees. That's the coolest I have run in quite a while. So I am going to be featuring today's run in its own video for a front range finds. So if you don't want to miss that, consider subscribing so you don't miss that video. But we're going to get going. We have a 20 to 21 mile day ahead of us. Not too crazy vert, maybe like 4,800 feet of gain. So we're going to get going, have ourselves a great day out there. Okay, so we're a mile in, and pretty much for today, we're doing a 20 to 21 mile loop with a little spur to summit James Peak. It's been on my bucket list for years now, so stoked to hopefully do that. Wondering what the weather will be like when we get to the Continental Divide. It's a little chilly today. It's feeling like fall is right around the corner, but having a little back pain all over, low back, shoulder, you know, the usual. But we're gonna try to run what we can and hopefully make it to the summit by 9 or 9:30, because then we have about 7 miles in the open wide tundra to accomplish, which will probably take about an hour and a half. I would say an hour and a half. And then we'll kind of drop down and it'll be smooth sailing from there. But yeah, got a big day and we'll see what we can do. So about 3 miles in, and if I'm being so for real, I don't feel that great. Like my back hurts pretty bad. It started bugging me yesterday, my low back and my shoulder. Now my stomach, I don't know. So pretty much my plan is to make it up to the divide. We'll see what the weather's looking like, and I don't know. I can always veto the James Peak summit, and that would make it about 17.5 miles. which is still super solid. But we'll see. I don't know. Didn't get enough sleep last night. What's new? Today, I feel tired. I don't know. I do think waking up super early and not getting a great night of sleep is not helping the situation, but I think I'm just also a little in my head about everything, like doing this massive loop and the level of commitment that kind of comes with it. Because once you kind of commit to running the divide, you're up there for a good bit and no real way to get off of it. So I don't know. I don't know. But we're moving along, keeping it going. And I guess we'll just see when we get to the Continental Divide. Okay, we're making it up to the divide, and I have to be so honest with myself and with you. The summit is not happening today. So what I'm gonna do is just complete the loop. Should still be about 17.5 miles, give or take. Yeah, we just keep going up. So I made it up to the junction, and I think I'm gonna just check out that section just a little bit. I'm not summiting, but I'm just gonna go check out that section of the trail. Behind me, you can see James Peak, which is kind of that flat top mountain in the back there. Hence the massive climb that I don't want to do today, or don't have the energy to do today, but I just want to check it out. It just looks like kind of cool. So I'm gonna head that way a little bit, and then I'll come back and we'll head, I think it's north on the Continental Divide. So yeah, away we go. Let's do it. It's a little chilly up here, starting to get windy, but the sun's out. Very hazy today, very hazy. 6 miles in, and I am gonna turn around and head north on the Continental Divide. It's pretty windy, pretty chilly, and although I'm a half mile from the summit, I'm just not feeling it. The climbs today are just killing me. I don't know what's going on with me. I think I just needed a better night of sleep. It's kind of a bummer. I feel like a fraud saying like, oh, my energy levels have felt so good this week, and then I come out to do this and I'm like, I'm dead. I just don't feel great. But at least we're able to be out here and enjoy some of this mountain time, because it's getting limited and it's definitely going to be cold. We have maybe 6 miles till we link up and start kind of descending below tree line. So we got a little ways to go. It's going to be pretty windy, but I got my Atlas pants on from John G, making all the difference right now. So let's go ahead and turn around. Just over 10 miles in, maybe a mile left in the Alpine. Just not feeling amazing. I don't really know how to describe it, but I just wanted to check in, give you a little bit of a rundown here as we get out of the wind. "14 miles in, got off the route a little bit, but that's okay. I just kind of have to backtrack just a little ways. I'm feeling a little better. Now it's kind of windy. We have some clouds rolling in. About 5.5 miles left, so stoked on that. Just got some road to run down, then we'll hit Forest Lakes. We'll see how long this ends up being. Probably 19 and a half, 20, I don't freaking know. So we'll see, but I am feeling a little bit better. I'm gonna try to keep eating, drinking, doing all that. So yeah, doing it. I'm 16 miles in. I don't know how much I have left. Maybe, I guess 4. Let's say 4 miles. Maybe not even. Feeling better. Started to get hot, but I'm just kind of making my way down. Should be pretty runnable here in just a moment, but all in all, I'm feeling better. So we did it. 20 miles. I'm so stoked, because when I decided to not do James Peak, I didn't think I was gonna hit 20. I thought it was gonna be like 17 and a half or 18. So the route or course that I had mapped, it lied. It probably would have ended up being 22 or 23 miles. So I'm really glad, all things said and done, I did not end up doing the full original plan, because I don't know how I would have done today. You know, I feel a lot better mentally, I guess physically too, being done. My stomach feels better, my back feels a little bit better, so I'm glad like I'm wrapping up things on a much more positive, happier note. But it was a tough day, and I actually saw a girl out on the trail 3 times. I saw her eating breakfast at Roger Lake, and then I saw her on the Continental Divide Trail, and then kind of going out towards James Peak. And I guess I saw her 4 times, because then I saw her kind of finishing up, and she ended up not summiting James Peak, and she made a really good point. I was like, oh, do you mind me asking why? And she said, to be honest with you, the smoke got to me. And I'm like, I bet you that's part of the reason why I feel like just DD mega doo-doo today, like seriously. Because like there were times where I was like, man, what is going on? I feel like I can't breathe. And yeah, so I do definitely think part of that played into why I felt the way I did. But we did it, we're done, and we have about a 2-hour drive home, and then we'll see what we get into. But really, really happy with that. Oh, and all said and done, we are now at 21%. So we started the run at 41%. I did use GPS navigation, which just eats your battery no matter what. So I would say 20% for like being out there for practically 6, started at 7. Yeah, 6 hours. I don't know. Being out there for that long, and that's only 20%. And I used my navigation the whole time. Not too bad. Way to go, Koros. Way to go. And I think I can still get tomorrow's run done on this same charge. And we didn't even start the week on a full charge. How crazy is that? I love this watch. Koros Pace 2. Click the link down in the description. Use my code and you can get yourself a free watch band. This is the first time I've ever actually, let me pause and talk about this. This is the first time I've ever had one of these like soft Velcro-y bands. I actually like it so much better than the rubber ones. I don't know. I just think it's more comfortable and it lets my skin breathe a little bit better. Dries out nice. So let me get changed, and I'll see you when I see you. So it's Sunday, it is 6:50, and I'm finally getting around to my run. I just got wrapped up doing some stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a quick 6 to 6.5 mile run to put us at, ideally, so we're at 46 miles for the week, so 52 miles for the week. A 52 mile week, solid. I think that's plenty. That's solid. Would have liked to have seen more vertical gain, but here we are. So without me rambling too much and we lose any more daylight, let's get out and get this last run of the first week of September complete. Starting this run at 15% on the watch. So we'll see where we're at the end of this. Sunday run done. I just ended up doing 6 miles. It's pretty dark out now. Felt really good, great temperature. Stomach started to hurt by the end of that though. It's kind of a theme of the weekend, I suppose, but that is going to wrap us up at 52.5 miles. I'm sorry, 52.5 miles and about 4,500 feet of gain for the week. Not my biggest week, but I do feel like I did a really good job in getting out and running when I could and just trying to maximize my time when I ran, and I just love running. I'm just really grateful for the time that I do have to run, the ability to run, and the time spent running. So don't take it for granted. Do what works best for you. I hope you're having a great week, and I'll throw it to me to do a little outro for this video. I also forgot to mention that I went down to 12% battery on that run, so I lost 3%. So this whole week I lost a total. I went from 71% to 12%. Never charged it. You're gonna have to take my word for it, but I promise I never charged it. So shout out to Koros for seriously an incredible battery life. So that's gonna do it for my week of training. First week of running in the month of September 2025, and first week of training video back after my very first 100 mile race, the High Lonesome 100. So I know it wasn't anything incredible or groundbreaking, but I'm feeling more grateful than than ever for the chance to run, to have the energy to run, and the schedule and means to allow me to get out and enjoy running. And I'm just kind of wrapping it up, you know, feeling grateful for every chance that I do have to run. I know it wasn't the most exciting, epic, or groundbreaking week, but I'm really happy and excited to share this with you because I feel like it's real and relatable, and we need to see the not so glamorous sides of people's training. So I really do hope you enjoyed this video and some of the transparency that was shared during this video. If you don't want to miss my front range finds that I kind of filmed during my long run, don't forget to subscribe. It's going to be going up here on the channel within the next few weeks. And I am super excited. Fall, I think, is one of the best times to trail run. I mean, all year round is a great time to trail run, but there's something extra magical about trail running in the fall. I think because the season is so short and fleeting, it's just so incredible and whimsical, and I just love it so much. If you don't want to miss that or some other future trails that I share here on the channel, again, consider subscribing. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comments down below, if you related to anything, and how has your running been going this late into summer, almost fall? Very curious to hear. So leave me a comment. If you like this video, give it a like. I would greatly appreciate that. Helps me, helps the channel, and helps the video. Thank you again to Jonji for being a long-term partner of the channel. Use my code Mountain High Life for 10% off your order. And also thank you to Koros for working with me. Don't forget to go check them out and use my code Mountain High Life for your free watch strap. So again, thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Hope you get out on some trail today, and I will see you in my next adventure. Bye.